the back, the VOD and the silver screen. Kevin and Tom and Joe know all there is to know, from masterpieces to deep fried tacos. And if the movie sucks, you might hear them say, there's no telling where the guys will take you. Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you. Better watch out, it's gonna ruin the plot. Real spoilers. Real spoilers. Real spoilers.
Broadcasting from the lush but not lavish studios located in the basement of the O'Keefe Institute for Advanced Film Snarkitude, this is Real Spoilers, episode 887, Memories of He.
Where's Crystal?
This is the
She's like, you get one, you get one a year.
this
Okay.
is the MCU Kang prequel. This is what this is.
Yeah.
Because our last romantic comedy, or not romantic movie, did such gangbusters because everybody thought it was Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
was
we.
They're hoping no one remembers Kang when the next one is.
I don't know, like, if we've ever talked about it, like, in an episode, but, like, for whatever reason, we did the week before Age of Ultron came
Yes.
out. The big movie was Age of Adeline, which you probably don't even remember.
It's Harrison Ford and Blake Lively and
Yeah.
like it's a crazy
But
cast.
it's one of those like romance movies that kind of came and went.
Yeah.
It was probably did fine for what it was, but like
It's a fine movie.
for
It's good.
years,
Yes.
for years, it was one of our highest downloaded episodes.
People are like, movie spoilers? Age of? Oh, it's got to be Age of Ultron.
And that's the only thing we could chalk it up to is people thought it was going to be Age of Ultron because it came out like a week.
It literally like the next week.
They're
yeah,
probably looking
it-
for early spoilers
Yeah.
for Age of Ultron.
But like it's clearly in the title, Age of Adeline. But it was, I mean, it only fell out of the top 10 like what, a year ago maybe.
Maybe a year or two ago.
But, like,
it's been a little bit now.
R.I.P.D.
but-
was one of them for a long time too.
Yeah.
But R.I.P.D. at least had a hell of a head start.
That's fair.
Because it's
number
so
one,
old.
Our number one movie is a deep fried tacos episode now. People really loved whatever
Oh.
deep fried
Yeah.
tacos that one was. So.
One.
No, it was like 8 or
I've
something.
only done 4
No, we've done
No.
more than 4.
No, we've done more. We've done quite a few.
of
yeah.
deep fried taco episodes.
We've done a lot.
Oh, maybe that's why
Yeah.
we stopped doing them because
we were just running out of
We did.
movies. We're just like,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not. There are plenty of
Yeah.
I
garbage
mean,
movies
I only
that
like
love.
good movies, so I'm out.
All right, take it easy. Eternals.
Well, that's not a deep fried taco. It's a masterpiece.
Watcher will make you watch Labor Day again.
Yeah.
Matt Reedy messages me from time to time when we talk about Eternals, and he's like, I think you and I are the only people on Earth that like that movie.
Based on the box office.
And based on the fact that we've never seen those characters since.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Did
not
you
for-
watch Kumail Nanjiani's
sure did.
Amazon
Thought that was great.
special?
I thought it was fantastic.
It was great.
He's so
good.
funny.
And but especially this part where he just talks about
Getting jacked.
There was
Well,
a
like-
movie that
yeah, it was like just like I'm the only guy to get bullied for getting in shape. Like what happened?
it's like there's
Now
a
I-
movie that made me start therapy.
and now I
Yeah.
have to stay like this.
right. yeah.
no, it's great. That he's like, you thought that I'd go back.
Yeah.
But he does look oddly chiseled. It's just like
It's his
it's like
jawline.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like anachronistic though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's just something.
It's funny when you watch him because I have gone back and rewatched Silicon Valley.
yeah, and you saw what he used to look like, and now you see him. And he's
It's-
just got like the
I think
Giga Chad jawline.
I do think he's had some work done.
Really.
I mean that jawline is
That
ridiculous.
jawline, I'm telling you, everyone. That's the Hollywood thing now is the jawline.
Yeah,
It seems
is.
like all the actors are going.
they
for
look
that.
like handsome Squidward.
Yeah, it's. I'm
what
telling you, it's the Giga Chad meme, as they
It's
say
the
online.
what's that guy? What's the influencer? What's that guy's name that like does the? He takes like a hammer to his face.
Oh, the
Oh.
carvascular
Yeah,
or whatever.
whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
Yeah, something like that.
I saw them do that, and I was like, "Whoa,
That's
that
dumb.
is another level of insanity."
I'm
weird.
looking forward to the YouTube video like 6 years from now where he's like, so I have cancer.
so I've had to shave parts.
Well, he
of my
ran someone
bone.
over. I think he might go to jail.
Oh, seriously?
yeah.
Oh, good.
He was a guy that was
Not
like
that the guy ran over. That he's going to jail.
No, there's. I mean, the guy that he ran over wasn't great, but he was like stalking him and like he kept showing up at things and giving him crap or whatever. And he jumped in front of his car, and the clavascular guy just drove over him. And he goes, "Is he dead?" And he-
Oh my
and the police
God.
pull him over, didn't arrest him, but I think they like, came back later and charged him with something. But I don't know. That guy is a mess.
They'll probably get a pardon.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
our highest rated episode, as far as just purely audio downloads,
Yes.
Yeah.
Trolls World Tour.
Interesting.
It must be like because like
Is that the
international
second
appeal.
one or the first one?
Second or
That
third?
was the
maybe?
COVID one, wasn't it?
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Trolls World Tour.
Our second is Deep Fried Tacos Part 6.
Does it say? I guess it doesn't say what movies those were. Does it? Like what we talked about.
I
in that
don't think I
episode?
put them in the description
okay.
now. But anyway, so like that's Age of Adeline's way down now.
Good. Good.
Well, we've got a new
Yeah,
one.
we got one for you.
Yeah. So let's go around the table and everyone can introduce themselves.
This is Joe.
This is Kevin.
And this is Tom. Before we dig in, shameless plugs. Don't forget, we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you find a podcast, you can find us. While you are there, be sure and follow us so you never miss an episode. Maybe leave us a review. That's super
We got
helpful.
one.
What? Oh,
No.
look at that.
Yeah, we got two.
Oh,
actually.
nice.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up.
Would you like to read?
You're the one that
Yeah.
that inserted this.
My phone turned off, and then
You weren't ready. That's what we call a premature interjection.
Yeah, that's why I got two kids. This is from Waddle Like a Duck 1017,
Okay.
and it's titled
That's good because Waddle Like a Duck 1016
Sucks.
is a bitch.
The title of this one is called More Matt F. Bosler. You guys are one of my favorite film podcasts. I always enjoy your takes and random side quests. My favorite episodes are the ones that feature Matt F. Bosler, especially if Halloween Ends is in the conversation.
Written by not Matt F. Bosler.
Thanks for always being entertaining. You all rock. And then our second one is from Chris Rex 611.
Oh, Christopher Rex.
Christopher Rex,
yeah.
correct. The only movie podcast you will ever ... because there's not enough room to finish that sentence. I stumbled upon this podcast in 2021 when I did a blind search for reviews on No Time to Die, and have been listening ever since. I joined the League of Show Sharers soon after, and the rest is, as they say, history. Over the course of the last 5 years, I have used this podcast to get through my days at work and have revisited several classic episodes when I needed a pick-me-up. I love everything about this podcast. The humor between the hosts is infectious, and the love they have for movies clearly runs deep. I wholeheartedly recommend this podcast and guarantee it is one of the best you're likely to find on any platform.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
so nice.
Tom, Kevin, and Joe, for your insight and banter. Here's to many more years. I am curious as to who that is, because if we say his name every week now, if he's part of the League of
Christopher
Show
Rex?
Sharers. Do we say Christopher Rex?
He says a lot.
I don't.
He used to say it a lot because I remember that name when you said.
Okay.
I just remember it stood out whenever Tom used to read that name.
Oh, all right. So there you go.
Okay.
So that last one was very
Are you
sweet.
saying Christopher Rex is lying?
I
He
would
does
never
not
say that.
share
No,
the show? Is
no,
that our
I would
lovely
never-
reviewer that we just
I would
had?
never say that.
Just like
the first one, I think.
Okay, first of all, buddy, who are you?
The first one I think is Matt
It's playing the game.
playing it. Yeah,
Being Matt.
yeah. He's pulling an Andy Kaufman.
Could you see his nipples through the review? That's the question.
It depends. Were they the size of his pec muscles, or were they normal size?
So, speaking of League of Show Sharers,
Yes.
we should continue with the shameless plugs, which is you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Real Spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group. It is called the League of Show Sharers because we are hoping you will share an episode. People who were kind enough to share an episode last week include Michael Tonkovic, Ralph Tribble, Glenn Cougar, Mellon Brewer, Jason McLean, Julianne Jordan, Travis Tewitt, Chris Magic Man, Tom Dowdy, Gabriel Lugo, Richard Krotzer, Heather Sachs, Joe Faubert, Cinema Recall, Colby Mack, Edit Photo Gamer, Ryan Terry, James Install, Geek to Me Radio, Mike, and Oscar, Joshua Drake Randall.
Ooh, that's a new one.
That is a new one. The Kryptonian Orphan, Ronnie Castle, Nostalgia Cast, and In Session Film. So, as always, thank you so much for sharing an episode. We do greatly appreciate it. It just helps us remind people that we exist, or more accurately, probably let them know that we exist.
That is right.
Yeah, and then also you can watch all of these over on YouTube, and of course, don't forget our Patreon, patreon.com/Real Spoilers, where for $5 a month you get ad-free episodes, you get tons of bonus content.
If you like that, Matt F. Bosler.
Yeah, he's
He's
over
all
there a
over
lot.
that Patreon.
He's over there a lot, and we like you extra. So there we go. There's all that. Let's dig in. We couldn't get Joe to see musicals, so instead we made him see this. Reminders
Did you take
of
Brian?
him.
Oh.
That's very funny. I wanted to see Undertone, but I was
Bet you
vetoed.
did.
I did.
I've heard Undertone is pretty bad.
Oh, see, I've heard like it's very good.
Oh.
It's so interesting. Like,
Now, who'd you ask?
Foisey and Carney both hated it. They said it was
Interesting.
really bad.
Who'd you ask?
I didn't ask anybody.
algorithm.
But like,
ChatGPT. I love horror movies. I
That
really
is-
want to see this movie.
that is
Please
why
convince my friends to see it.
I was kind of on the fence because I don't know at this point with the podcast I listen to, I don't know how much is like a paid
Oh.
review, like a
Yeah.
paid, you know what I mean?
Now,
So, like,
first of all, those exist?
Wait, we could be
Excuse me?
getting paid?
but like
Hang on.
Colors of the Dark is one that's it's gone through different iterations, but they used to
That's the dark horror Pocahontas remake,
correct.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Colors of the Dark.
Colors of the Dark. That's
Okay.
right. But they were part of Fangoria for a while, so they both talked about it and talked about how it was like the sound was crazy. Like the whole movie is based around basically a podcast that has these tapes that are mailed in that are sent to them, and they're playing the podcast like they're playing these tapes through the theater. But
Now, I don't think that we should set a precedent that podcasts should be filmed or recorded in THX surround sound, because that's a really high bar to meet. We're not
is
setting up microphones all over
correct.
the room.
That's too much.
So Tom
Lucky
can
we
be-
got these things.
Yeah.
You could hear Tom going pee.
yeah.
Stomp, stomp, stomp the door.
It's like Naked Gun.
But apparently it's kind of similar to Shelby Oaks, where it was film that was done and then A24 bought it. So it's not an A24 movie. They
Okay.
bought this and then they put
If
it
we
out.
ever have a quiet week, we should cover that Markiplier movie that made $1 trillion.
Oh, what was that called?
It was a horror movie. I can't
Yeah,
remember,
yeah,
based on
yeah.
a video game.
Yes,
but
yeah.
it's like one of the most successful independently financed. He has no studio. He
So he
literally
just-
did
he
it
didn't-
completely indie, and then he got it released in theaters by calling theaters, and then they all picked it up.
Okay.
And it made
So
like
nobody picked it up.
hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's the guy. It's his movie.
That's wild.
Like, it's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So since I was vetoed,
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung, that's right. I got to tell you, this movie is I can't remember the last time I've seen a movie where I was like, nobody wants to be here. Like
Oh,
none of the actors want to be
I
here.
disagree.
There's one actor that wants to be in this movie. None of the people in the theater wanted to be there for this movie.
Oh, that's weird. If you show up for a Colleen Hoover romantic,
There,
movie,
well,
like, I mean,
there-
you
it
think
was-
you know what
I
you're.
saw it at like 4:00 on a
Oh,
Saturday.
that's not date night.
No,
Yeah.
but it was.
I thought this movie was delightful. I thought the two leads had great chemistry.
Delightful?
This movie is
A movie about the
atrocious.
drunk
No,
driving accident
No,
is delightful.
No, but that I mean, it's
and
all about
garbage people.
It's all about second chances and getting over things that happen. I thought the two leads had great chemistry. That lead was from Long Legs. I think she's amazing.
She looked like she
She
could not care.
She looked like
less.
she was going through a lot of crap. I mean, Maika Monroe
Yeah,
from Long
yeah, yeah.
Legs is a
She's
great
also in-
great
she's
actor.
also in
It follows.
It follows.
Yeah.
I mean, so she's kind of a horror indie darling, and like this is kind of her branching out. And I thought she was great. I loved the movie. I thought it was great. For what it is, it's a romance movie.
I thought it was fine for what it was, but what it was not much. I am more in the joking. I did not think she was very good at all.
No.
I think now I will also say some of this is not her fault because her character literally has zero defining traits.
That's true.
Her whole character
Yeah.
is I killed a dude, I want my kid back.
She didn't.
Like
So-
that's it. Like
right.
she goes back. So the premise of the film is she was in a romance novel style relationship with this guy, and then
thought that was a cute,
and
cute.
they have edibles, and then
half of an
edible. And then she wrecks the car, flips
but
it.
the
He
edible,
dies.
The edible doesn't even come into play.
Well, she's under the influence.
But they're showing you, but it's not really like that. She goes to jail and the whole thing's set up because she had that in her system, but it didn't cause the accident.
I mean, she
That's
just
the
she hit a
problem.
pothole.
It's-
Right.
It could have happened to anyone, and that I think is also to show you.
It's really about our substandard infrastructure.
Correct.
Our
Especially
crumbling
in Colorado.
Wyoming.
Oh, I thought they were in Colorado.
No, they were in Laramie,
okay.
Wyoming.
Okay.
Oddly enough, like a home of one of America's most famous hate crimes.
Oh, what?
Is Matthew Shepard.
The
gay kid that was
girl interrupt. No,
the gay kid that was like they beat to death.
the Hillary Swank did him.
No, Matthew Shepard was like, and there's actually a documentary about him called The Laramie Project. Like it's
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Wait,
like-
what was the Hillary Swank one where she played?
she played a trans person.
It wasn't the same. That's not the same thing,
I don't think so because Matthew Shepard was gay, not trans.
right? But I thought that she played the gay kid. I thought she wasn't trans.
She played Boys Don't Cry is what
Boys-
you're thinking?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's before that time, I thought.
Oh, okay.
But she was trans in that.
I thought she. Okay. I
The
honestly
real
don't
life story of Brandon Tina, played by Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That-
But the character in this film, Kenna,
Yes.
the car flips, the boyfriend dies.
No. That's the whole point. Is like she goes to check on him.
Okay.
Eventually.
But
And then-
but the boyfriend ends up dying.
Yes.
She goes to prison for the death and then has a baby. He knocks her up. He had knocked her up and they take the baby. Now it's been 5-6 years.
Right.
She's back at the hometown
Yes.
to try and get this kid back
Yes.
or have some sort of relationship with the kid. But it's like she's like from this town
Yep. Keep going.
where apparently no one has ever seen her before.
Correct.
She apparently has no family,
None.
of any kind.
Right.
She does not have parents. She does not have siblings.
Well, she does
does not
say-
have cousins.
She does kind of say that she's from like that Scotty's family is from the nice side
yeah.
and she's from the other side of the tracks. Like there is a comment about that.
Yeah.
So like I don't know that she's from this town.
And she's trying to stay close to go meet the daughter and have a relationship with the daughter, so she probably doesn't want to live. Maybe it's hours away where she would.
She's walking everywhere.
Where her
so I don't
family's
know.
from.
Well, she doesn't have a car.
Right. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like,
But maybe her family is, if they still live there, maybe they're far away, and her whole goal is to meet the daughter.
Right.
So like
But,
she's
like,
not going to go live with them 3
There's
hours
no
away.
there's just no reference even
At all.
Sure.
to whether or not she has family.
correct.
Yeah.
There are two things in this that drove me insane.
Please.
There's the one thing where Scotty, right, the kid who dies, and
Yeah.
his best friend, the kid from I Know What You Did Last
Ledger?
Summer.
Ledger.
I kept trying to figure out what his name was because
Yeah.
they like say it, you never see it spelled out
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are they? I thought they were calling him Legend because he played football.
Yeah.
Like he's
Okay.
like,
No, his parents were hoping he was going to be an accountant.
right.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
just could not until I looked it up on IMDb. I thought his name was
This is
Legend,
the,
like a
this is
nickname.
the guy from him.
Him, yeah.
And I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Did he play football in real life or something? He only gets cast in
I don't
football
know.
roles. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought he was good.
So there's the scene where Scotty is around and he says that he would really like Ledger to be here.
Tyriq Withers is the
Tyriq
actor.
Withers.
Yeah.
Would like to be here or whatever. And his dad's like, well, it's a big game. He's like, yeah, but he should really be here. Motherfucker, this guy's playing. He's the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. He doesn't get. You don't get to be like, oh man, you didn't show up for me. He's an elite level athlete, and you're bitching and
Right.
complaining
But,
that
okay.
your friend isn't at your house
Here's-
on a Sunday when you've got a big game coming up. Shut the fuck up.
No, I get it, but I think the point of that scene was to show it wasn't just that day. It's that Ledger's been gone. They were best friends. They grew up in the town, lived across the street from each other since they were little kids. And now, of course, he is chasing his dream, but it still just hurts Scotty's feeling that, like, I guess he maybe doesn't call, he doesn't show up. Like, he's totally doing his own thing, and they were thick as thieves. So it's just like, now it's my birthday, and it's a reminder that
Of
Ledger's
him.
still not, but that he's been gone for so long. He's just bummed out.
It is wild that this guy's like, my friend's not here.
He's bummed.
He's in the NFL.
It's
I don't
also
like-
crazy that he's like they're best friends, but he never met the girlfriend.
or not even. I can accept.
Didn't even
Well,
see
that's
the-
how long he's been gone. He literally
He's been gone so long that he didn't have Instagram to post pictures of his girlfriend. Like,
And this, I mean, the child's only 4 or 5.
like
So
just the idea of like there was no way for him to see this girl,
And the fact
it was
that
just
there's-
such a lazy
Yeah.
plot device.
that Ledger has become so ingrained in Diem, which I was like, what a wild name.
I know.
Because all I could think of is the gal from Road Rules.
I thought they were saying the letters DM, like her name was Donna Mary, and they called her DM. But no, her name is literally Diem.
Like
And so
Carpe Diem.
I was like, so is Kenna gonna seize her? Is that what's going on?
They reference it, but I mean, Diem. If you're of the right age, Diem.
Also, Diem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if they seized this child from her at birth,
Yeah.
that means Scotty's parents named that kid.
Yes.
There ain't no way those kids named those parents
after
named
a
that
Road
kid
Rules character?
Diem. No way. There's no way. There's
Yeah,
no way
sure,
that
sure.
Grace and Patrick, who are in their late 50s,
Yeah.
named that kid Diem.
They were so into the MTV Real World
Yeah.
Road Rules Challenge that they named it after a character that
I love Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, a woman that died on that show.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's
okay.
you know, this movie is not supposed to be
But
a high
these
art
are-
Oscar
I'm not
winning.
asking for
They're-
high
they're
art.
just-
I'm not asking for high art. I went into this wanting it to be what it was trying to be, and I don't feel like it succeeded.
Yeah, also this, it sounds like the Kenna has done this awful thing and everybody knows who she is. But this guy who was
6 years ago, time does move on.
it does, but I feel like in this sleepy town,
In this
where
town
there's
of this town of 7 people.
and there's still a memorial to this guy.
Yeah.
Like, there's still it's dumb to think that he walks in and he's just like, who's that? Who's that hot blonde chick sitting at the end of the bar?
Okay, but I think it's perfectly believable that a guy that leaves to be part of the NFL, that doesn't come home, that doesn't keep up with his friend, they didn't have contact.
I agree
he went
with
and
you.
did his own thing.
I agree with you. If he had come back and had no contact with the family, he is.
Well, they're certainly not putting up pictures of her around the
but
house.
they've got to know.
He said he saw the mugshot. He did say he saw it, but it's a mugshot, and he didn't. He wanted to block out everything about that night and forget about that she existed. I mean, he saw her picture once. I mean,
saying.
but that okay.
It makes no sense that he
no
he
sense.
had no idea what his best friend's girlfriend looked like. It makes zero sense.
I think it only doesn't make sense to me if you haven't moved
But
away to the
didn't-
NFL and didn't keep in contact with your best friend. That's why he's sad.
But in that scene, when he's talking to him on the phone, when they're talking to each other on the phone, he's saying, "I'm going to propose."
Yeah.
Like you don't think for 1 second that Scotty.
Let me send a picture.
Yes,
I know it is silly. I get it.
and they're not setting this movie so far in the past where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I have a flip phone, like I don't,
Right.
I can't, like
it
everybody's
takes
got
place in the present day.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a plot device, like Tom said, but to me, I just took it as showing how busy Ledger was, wrapped up in his own dreams. Totally fair, but he just wasn't trying to get pictures, and he wasn't coming home, and again, that's why Scott's sad. But it also is like everyone feels guilt over something in this movie, and it doesn't mean they should, but that's human emotions. That's
I can
just,
understand
You know what I mean?
Ledger
He's like,
feeling-
I wasn't home, and she's like, well, and that's why he went out, and the parents let them leave, and then she obviously was just trying to have a fun time with him, and it was a freak accident. Like everyone has guilt over this death of the best friend.
I don't think the guilt is the issue. I think Ledger feeling guilt makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like I
He
get
wasn't
that.
there.
But when Scotty's like, he's not at my party, and the dad's like, well, he's got a game on Sunday. Like
Right.
he's got a big game.
Yeah.
And he's they're definitely alluding to the fact that he is the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, which is
but you can't. I mean,
it's your own fault for not being born between March and August.
right.
but to be fair, I mean, I know we're so dwelling on one thing, but
But the movie hinges on this one thing.
Yeah, right. But but also, again, it is not Ledger's fault for not being there that they
No, of
went
course
out,
not.
right? So that's really not what it hinges on. But he's
It
sad.
hinges on him not knowing who Kenna was.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
that's what I mean when I say it hinges on that fact.
okay.
It hinges. This movie hinges on him not knowing Kenna, because we haven't really gone plot by plot, but he's going to meet and start to fall in love with Kenna, not realizing that she's the mother of his best friend's baby.
That he is now kind of raising.
the girl that he is doting on, and I'm like if
that's the right face
if
to
a
make.
26-ish year old man is that involved in a 5-year-old girl's life that is not his daughter, I've got
got some questions.
I've got some side eye.
I've got a little.
I would be sharing.
The hairs on the back of my neck are
Yes.
standing up a little bit.
Yes.
I know you guys.
The old Spidey senses going on.
This is based on a romance novel. This is supposed to be a sweet, cute movie
I'd
about.
say in real life, I'd be like,
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're
well,
saying.
what are you doing?
What
But
are we doing
it's
here?
supposed to be. Was his best friend. He wasn't there for him. Now he can help raise this daughter because Scotty was like his brother. They were best friends, but they were brothers. They lived across the street, spent every day together, and he obviously feels guilt for not being there. So now he is trying to do anything he can, which the only thing he has left is raising his daughter. Like, I mean, it's just supposed. And then, her getting over her guilt and her past and getting a second chance, and the fact that someone that raises Scotty and her's daughter like a father, the fact that she could get a second chance and fall in love with him, like it's a romance plot. It's not high art. I think for what it is, it's a sweet, cute little romance movie.
I have no issue with romantic movies or even
You want to see a good version of a movie like this? It doesn't revolve around a death, but the Spectacular Now.
Oh, it's a great movie.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
that's a great movie.
It's absolutely incredible.
And like that, and that's just a romance movie.
Yeah.
But that movie's great.
That
And
movie's
all
great,
of that
for sure.
works, and it doesn't do these weird jumping through hoops. I never saw my best friend's girlfriend, my best friend, nor his girlfriend ever had Instagram to post pictures upon. Like
these millennials that didn't grow up,
I've never had a smartphone. Like it's like if for that plot device to work, it needs to be set like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it just like the whole time we're just like, but how would you not? Because do you got not one of these things? Like what is
Well,
happening?
they're from a small town. Maybe they don't do social media.
They don't have Wi-Fi there.
That's the wildest
Yeah,
thing
but
I've
maybe
ever
those.
heard.
I mean,
If there's anything our current political climate has taught me, it's that rural America's got the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I just, if you're gonna see this movie and you haven't, you've got to set your expectations properly. I'm just telling you,
Real
know
low.
what you're going
I
to.
did.
Yeah.
I went in. I knew exactly what we were in for, and I was down for it. I was
It's
like,
so interesting that
and it's just, and I was like, and again, I don't dislike it as much as Joe does, but this is like there's a lot of really dumb shit going on in this movie.
What did this gal? Because she wrote other stuff too, right?
Well, she
Colleen Hoover wrote the Blake Lively.
She wrote the Blake Lively Justin Baldini movie that's turned into its own
and
own thing.
his own
Katie said
drama.
she didn't care for that movie. She really liked this one. She's like, this is much better than that.
Okay.
But that's a totally like that. I believe is a bummer downer of a movie. That's about like sexual assault and stuff. Like that's a very dark subject
Like,
matter.
Is that really what that movie's
a lot
about?
of domestic abuse because it was controversial when it came out.
Domestic abuse. It's the
even
whole.
even before the drama that happened behind.
Was
you
he
know,
the
on set.
director of that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, and he like basically scooped up the rights and was like, "This was going to be his. It's going to make me a star movie."
Oh, it made him a star, all right.
And then he feels like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds basically commandeered it to turn it into more of a Blake Lively project. And I was like, well, you wanted A-listers involved with your movie, like that's
And I look, whatever Ryan Reynolds does, I feel like he has reached that level where kind of like, and I'm not saying he's on the level of Tom Cruise, but like Tom Cruise has Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
The Rock has his guy. Ryan Reynolds sounds like Sean Levy might be his guy going forward, maybe. So like when he is involved in a project, he's involved in a project.
Now, and I only know the story tangentially, and people have very strong opinions about it, and I do not really one way or the other. But like, I will also say, Ryan Reynolds was not involved with the movie.
He wasn't a producer on it?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Blake Lively was a producer.
And that was one of Justin Baldoni's, but however you say it, his complaint is
Why is he meddling?
he's like, your wife works here, but you don't. And so what are you doing?
He's like, oh, you want to run your mouth? You're going in Deadpool 3
Yeah.
as Nice Pool.
Yeah. And so, but like even beyond all that, there was controversy around that movie when it came out because it revolved around domestic abuse, and they like didn't nothing about the marketing.
She was out promoting like girls' night movie, like it was
And
Barbie,
and then people show up and they're just like, whoa. And so like
Is he the bad guy?
who?
Justin Baldoni?
I didn't see it. I think.
Is he supposed to be like?
I think
they're in a relationship together. They're the two main characters.
Batman is the good guy. Brandon Skolner is.
Oh,
in that
that's
movie.
pretty smart. But anyway, the whole thing was a mess. But that movie deals with some really dark. Not saying this movie doesn't have dark, but
It's not as dark as that.
But when you see it, when you see what happened, the whole point is like it was a terrible, tragic accident, like total accident. Yes, they split half an edible, but like that's not why they got in the accident.
No.
You see that. So freak accident, terrible. She lost
I gotta
someone.
tell you,
Everyone.
I will also say it's a little wonky on time.
Yeah. It goes
But-
from
Because
day
they
to
say-
night. It's
Yeah,
been a while.
but
only-
like
they go
it
to this-
doesn't feel like she really even had enough time for it to hit.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, she go? They take the bite. They skinny dip in this cold ass lake,
Yeah.
and then it's like dusk, and then they're leaving. So honestly, what I thought was
How
going
do
to
you know
happen
it's cold?
because she said it was cold.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't
So
remember them.
yeah, they said it was cold.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he turned around and you saw something, and I was like,
No, you saw his butt,
oh,
but you know,
does that shrink too?
not to my
Clenched.
yeah, lock it up. Woo!
It's cold.
I thought the whole time I was like, she didn't kill this guy. Like it was some freak accident.
Yeah.
Like that's the way these movies work. It's like you get charged with the. It's like
It was Jason Statham, and we're gonna see in the sequel, he's gonna walk in, we'll say from a different point of view.
Yes.
And he's not really dead either.
Yeah,
Scotty
Scotty's
shows
not
up
dead.
and is part
Without
of the
an
team.
arm.
Yeah.
Like no arm.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm alive. And then and now we've got the best friend is gonna have to fight for the.
Yeah,
the
you're gonna fight
affection.
him.
I will
Yeah.
say I'm glad that she actually caused his death.
She did.
That
It was an accident, but she did.
It was an accident, and it's like, but even if it didn't have time for this, she still shouldn't have been driving. So I'm glad that they didn't. Like now, the story was that she abandoned him. But when you hear this, when you eventually get the full story, you find out she checked for his pulse, but
Arm was crushed.
the way he had landed, his arm was crushed, and so she couldn't feel a pulse because there wasn't one in his arm. And so then she goes off looking for help because she's kind of dazed, I guess,
Right, and
between the
then
pot and the being in the wreck.
ends up in some apartment. I don't know where she ends
But
up.
like it ends up looking like she abandoned him and fled the scene
Yeah.
when he could have been saved.
Well, I think they said he was alive
When
when
they
they
found
got to
him.
him.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Which shows you he had that whole overnight to where he could have possibly been saved if he
Yeah.
lasted that long.
Right,
Yeah.
It's just so it's a horrible tragedy. Everyone is feeling terrible about it, including her. She is.
I'm not feeling
Oh, you
No,
weren't
terrible
feeling
about
no,
it.
no,
No, I
Oh yeah,
just-
he did a drug.
He did a drug.
So-
He took a drug. And what 5-6 years ago, I don't think it was legal yet. So
A million not.
he's a
No.
criminal,
A million not.
and he should be deported.
Yep.
Even if he was born
In
here,
Wyoming.
he should be deported.
Oh my goodness.
To El Salvador.
But
Yeah.
the movie,
Goodbye.
so
Yes.
it's a horrible accident that we see that she clearly did not cause. It was an accident with the pothole, whatever. The car went off, and so it's like people.
Pothole.
Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I call gaps in my memory.
So she comes back and she gets out of jail early. She gets like a 10-year sentence, and she's rrelieved after 7, 6, 7, something
And
like.
then she got 7, and she
Don't. You son of a bitch. I'm so tired of that thing.
he's catering to the kids.
I know. I'm trying to get that done.
I think she got. I think she
He got
a
a 7-year, and she gets out in like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not quite as catchy. 5, 6.
Yeah.
So
We're
she-
doing our own thing, man.
Yeah,
We're doing
right.
our own
But
thing.
she gets out, and the whole point again, what I think about this story is like someone like her in her circumstances. They're not saying a lot of people deserve second chances, but specifically, you see her and someone that was a part of this accident. She lost
your
someone.
second chances.
It's horrible. Her baby's torn from her, and she never gets to even hold the baby.
Okay.
But
Wait.
because
that
of all
baby is
that, she
not-
deserves
the baby
to.
is not torn from her
Well, she gives
she gives
birth. They
birth
immediately take the kid.
because the kid is premature,
Right.
and they put her in an ink. They have to get that child. Look, as
Of course,
someone,
Are
the
you-
premature interjector is going to stick up for
Yeah.
this.
I'm just saying.
Her baby's torn from her. That's the
Okay,
definition of being.
when you say the baby is torn from her, it sounds like.
But the end result is the same.
Yes,
She didn't get to hold
She
her
didn't even get to
baby.
hold her baby.
correct.
That they tell you in the movie that I don't know if this is true or not.
I will tell you 100% this is true. My
Okay.
youngest daughter was born.
Oh, you've still never held her.
I haven't. I don't even look at her. She's 9 now. but-
No, I meant
They don't
in
let 'em
terms
come
of
around.
when
Yeah.
she gives birth
Yeah.
in prison that she says that you get to hold.
Yeah, you get like 2 days or
2 days with your baby,
Yeah.
but because it was premature, it had to go to the NICU, and she
Those
didn't
2
get
days
those
were
2
burned,
days,
yeah.
and she just sat in a room.
It's a horrible heartbreaking thing in this story, whether that happens or not, whatever. I mean, it's a terrible
She
thing.
hadn't left her boyfriend there.
Don't do drugs.
Jeez.
Don't do drugs that are soon to be legal.
So I think it's nice that she comes home and even she's turned away from jobs, but she meets a woman who's also having a hard time. She's the assistant manager of a grocery store who's been crying in the bathroom, and she talks to her. And
I thought that gal was going to have a way bigger role, the way they set her up.
but she gives her, but she wouldn't have
I
even
think she's
been
a
able to.
big country star, I think.
Oh, is
Oh,
she?
really?
I think that's Lainey Wilson.
But Kenna wouldn't have been able to afford to even stick around there if it weren't for the kindness of her. She's having a bad day. Kenna's nice to her and asks her what's going on. She says, I need a job and no one will hire me.
Yeah.
And the manager's already said, we can't. This is a family store. We're not hiring people with records, safety of our customers, blah, blah. And she's like, I'll talk to him. You can be a bagger.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, must be a real small town because baggers?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
But
that
also-
existed
Yeah,
anywhere.
they still exist.
They still exist?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you go to like
Schnucks, I think, has
if you go to
them.
Schnucks or Deerbergs, they have baggers.
Maybe I use the self checkout a lot, but
Yeah.
I thought that the cashier bags at grocery stores.
I mean,
now.
they don't have like a bagger dedicated to every register.
Oh, they will
It-
pop around.
They'll move around.
Okay,
so
okay.
like if you had, I worked at a grocery store for 10
Same.
years,
And I
so
know
if
you were a bagger, right?
I started
Like,
as a
yeah.
bagger, yeah. So worked my way up. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Checker, and then I became an office girl. But
Candy striper.
but if you have like 6 checkers on duty, you might have 3 baggers on duty, or maybe
Yeah.
4. One's out getting carts, and the others are bagging. But they're supposed, because they even say it to her at one point when
Hey, pop over to
the
3.
pop over, and she didn't want to pop over because
Ledger was there.
Ledger was going
Okay.
through the line. But yeah, so like you don't typically, except on Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving Eve, they'll do 1-to-1 because
Yeah,
they just
sure.
get so crowded. But yeah.
I just thought, with like Walmart doesn't have baggers, Target doesn't have baggers.
Yeah.
I use the
No.
self checkout at Schnucks usually or whatever. So like I just thought that
Aldi has no baggers.
Aldi,
yeah.
man, they
best.
just
Yeah.
hey, that's incredible. Their time, like you can't work there unless you can do a certain amount. It is.
Dude, I would I was, this is true,
Fastest bagger in the West.
fastest checker at all of Schnucks. Like it was in their little
Oh.
Schnucks magazine.
Uh-huh.
Out of every Schnucks in existence, and at the time there were like 119, I was literally the fastest checker out of all. I was averaging, I think it was like 38.6 items a minute.
Wow. Katie's mom is a manager at Schnucks. I'll see if she can look up the records to see if. Can you check the record books?
This would have been like 96, 97.
The Aldi people do 724 items
per minute.
I was very fast, and it was funny. I worked at the Ladue Schnucks, which for our non-local listeners, that was the very
Ooh,
that's the very
fancy.
fancy.
That's fancy
If you ever
pants.
seen Gone Girl, that's the neighborhood that Neil Patrick Harris's character lived.
Oh,
in.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But it looks nothing like that.
No.
It's like watching DTF as St. Louis.
yeah,
I'm like, what?
but
But there was a cleanup in aisle 5 in that movie.
but I
For a few times.
I did not like the people in that neighborhood, and
Yeah, they suck.
And I was this was towards the end of my time. I was very grumpy. I had no patience for any of those people, but they loved my line because
Get you out of there.
like, look, I don't like you.
You don't like me.
You don't like me, but it's going to be really fast.
We'll be out, in and out.
It's going to
Oh,
be, and
that's what you told Crystal when you met her too.
and so so people loved coming through my line, even though I was a little surly because it was going to be quick.
I remember I worked at Schnucks for about 2 years, and I remember I was 17, I guess, and I remember this Charlie Kraft was this guy's name. He was the worst. I hope he hears this. You suck. You're the worst. I was kind of dating one of the girls that like worked, it was one of the stockers.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her at one point, and he came and found me and pulled me into the back office and was like, "This is a serious job, and we gotta take it serious." I was like, "You're putting
For
apples
who?
in a bag, bro.
Right,
Like, what are you talking?" I mean, you know what? I quit. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't need this. Like, I'm 17. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go work at Blockbuster." And that's what I did for 13 years.
I thought that was a cute meet cute. I really liked that.
It was fine.
Me and Charlie.
We're not allowed to date. Yeah, we're not. We're sorry, because she's like kind of like, get out of here. He's hitting on her in line. We're not allowed to date the customers. He goes, okay, and he walks to the other check.
I thought
cash
that was
register
fine.
and says,
Yeah.
I'm going to return this. I'm never shopping her again. Like it's a cute.
I got
cute
no
little
problem with
romance
that.
movie.
Yeah,
I
no
liked
problem.
it.
No,
with
it's
that.
fine.
Cute movie.
So she comes back in this town and she's trying to find work, and she ends up going to this what she thought was a bookstore. Turns out that Ledger is now running it, and he's turned it into a bar. Also, the fact that she doesn't put together who he is either until she walks outside and sees the truck.
Yeah. No.
Do the-
Until they say
he's
his name.
driving Scotty's old truck.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
Scotty
missed
is
that.
driving his truck.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
he's
left
driving
town and left the
Scotty's-
truck behind.
No.
Oh.
The truck that Scotty's driving
Yeah.
is Ledger's truck.
And he left it
Oh.
behind to go play football.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes,
didn't get
yes,
that.
yes.
I just remembered Scotty had been driving that truck. So
He
when
had
Ledger
been
was driving the
correct.
truck.
Oh,
Correct.
totally. I missed that part. But
Yeah.
no, she doesn't realize until the business
How-
partner says,
okay.
Ledger, we need you
Okay.
in here. And she goes, oh, crap.
So wait, the best friend
Mhm.
of her boyfriend
Yeah.
that he bemoans
Yeah.
is not at his event. She doesn't know what he looks like.
That is him being a football player and stuff. That's a little less
A
believable.
quarterback for the Denver
Right.
Broncos.
That part I will give you.
Local
Local
boy
legends.
made good.
That part is a little less believable. I will say. Now he had some long hair. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah. No, that part. Okay, fine. I'll give you that one.
Right.
I'll give you that one.
So then she goes outside and realizes they call him Ledger. She sees the truck and she's like, "I gotta go," and bolts.
Yeah.
Then I mean, at this point now, it is basically she's working at the grocery store and her life is starting to kind of come together.
Well, she shows up at the house because
I feel like that's later.
no,
you're
because
right,
that's
you're
the
right.
first time he's like, "Why are you here? How'd you know I live here?"
Yeah, and
After
then
the
he
first
puts it
meeting,
together.
he goes to the house and she's like, "I'm not here for you."
Right.
And she almost gets to the door and he's like, "Get out of here! You can't let her see you," because obviously the parents are very much against her and doesn't
wonder-
want.
I mean, I do wonder how that works legally. Like they say that she terminated.
She gave up her rights.
She terminated her rights.
Her rights were terminated.
Oh, is that what it
Oh.
is?
That's what they said.
How can you do okay? I wonder the same thing, Joe, because it got me thinking. I'm like, okay, it's still her baby, and they weren't married or anything. So like, how can anyone decide?
So
for
I mean, I
her?
guess you could say.
Well, I think because she is in prison, so she's not capable of raising
the baby
this
has to
children.
go somewhere.
So the baby has to go
But
somewhere.
would they terminate?
But
her
then, yeah, maybe
rights?
she gets out and then she can
yeah.
see her. Like, I just don't know how that works. I thought that was.
I mean,
a little,
like she can say.
she
"I'm
can
done,"
denounce. I'm sure.
But like, I
But
don't.
now,
think
did she
that's-
feel so much guilt and felt like a horrible person and didn't even want to live?
If that's the case,
that she's just like,
she should. That
give
should have
the-
been in the movie, because it makes
Yeah.
no sense as to like.
I'm pretty sure they said her rights were terminated.
I
not
thought- I
she
think you're right.
terminated her rights.
but I thought they said she terminated her rights. She gave up her.
The word terminated was used.
yeah.
Whether I don't remember if it.
To me,
Was
it
she-
made
I mean,
it sound
she-
like it was her
She
decision.
does say she says when she's in court, like when the cops pick her up and they do like the whole flashback. Then the cops pick her up and they're basically railroading her
Yeah.
into admitting that I have drugs in my system. I was the
Yeah.
one, blah blah.
Yeah.
She does say
ACAB.
So
small town ACAB.
according to Claude, it says mothers with no available kinship care arrangements and sentences in excess of 15 months
Okay.
may never be able to regain custody of their children again. In extreme cases, they may not even be given information on where their children are placed,
Oh my goodness.
thus effectively severing all future contact. But it does say this varies by state.
It's, and
Yeah.
Something tells me Wyoming is red.
What happens to the baby? According to Claude, around 60 to 70% of caregivers are relatives of the baby,
Which makes sense.
generally grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
About 15% of the babies go home with people who weren't related to them at all, but weren't formal foster or adoptive parents. Prior to 2006, 6% were sent to Epstein Island.
Oh my God.
So there you go.
So if we're going off of that Kenna has no family, this baby would go to Scotty's parents.
Yeah.
The paternal
Also, it
grandparents.
seems like, from watching Datelines and stuff,
yeah.
when a kid goes to the parents, like it goes to the
grandparents?
They tend to go to the parents of the person who died, not the person who did the killing.
I would agree with that.
Now, this isn't a murder,
Right.
No.
well, involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntary
but
manslaughter
it's not
is,
a
yeah.
it's not a murder.
That's I feel
But-
like a wild charge.
yeah,
I mean, granted, like, it's from state to state, everything is different.
yeah.
Well, if because they pinned it on her that she was under the influence, which technically, again, the
is-
thing
I
was in
will
the
say-
system.
I will
will
also say,
Working in the court system, dealing with drunk driving cases that resulted in a death, they are charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Right.
Yes, so that is true.
But like this one, sorry.
I was just gonna say, and also they make it very clear she does not fight at
Exactly.
all.
No, she puts up no fight.
She rolls over and plays dead. So like there's no effort made to minimize.
They pin
any
it
of
on
these
her,
charges.
and she is so remorseful, and like because they said she hardly said a thing, and later Ledger says the one thing, like what everyone said in the court and everything, like you showed no remorse, but it's not that she showed no remorse. She was
shut down.
She was like depressed to the
She's
love of her
still
life.
in shock.
Yeah. And so it sucks. They pin this on her, and she's in shock, depressed, whatever, and she can't even fight back. She doesn't even have the will, and they're like, oh, yep, see now she just didn't even care.
I saw those cops, and I think about the cops in Rambo, where it's just kind of like,
hey, what you doing here, buddy?
Like he's like, can I was
why are you walking through this town?
I was gonna go get some food. He's like, nah, not in my town.
Oh.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna beat up all your deputies. Is what I'm gonna do. Thank you very much. I think Rambo's a great movie, but the fact that if Brian Dennehy would have been like, yeah, man, let's go get you a burger.
Yeah.
End of movie.
Isn't it gonna be a prequel that they're making?
Yes.
So that's him in the war?
It's gonna be him in.
Because his story starts when he comes home from the war.
Vietnam.
So a prequel's, I just don't know. Like,
there are certain franchises that I think there are all kinds of stories to tell.
Sure,
you know.
I feel like we
Rambo
got the
is
prequel
not
to Rambo.
one of them.
Rambo starts at Rambo. Like, I don't know what, unless you're just making a war movie.
Here's the thing: is like the whole premise of that is he was a POW. Like,
yeah.
So if you're gonna tell me that that prequel is gonna be him in Vietnam getting captured and then maybe fighting his way out.
I can only presume, right? Because a prequel to...
But we've already seen him in Vietnam getting captured and fighting his way out.
And did we?
And that's you just described the plot of Rambo 2: First Blood. He goes back to Vietnam.
Rambo
you're right.
First Blood,
yes,
Part 2.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And then Part 3, he helps the Taliban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He helps found the Al Qaeda.
And then the last one, I'll never forget watching that last one. Like
where he liquefied that guy with the machine.
That's great.
The Mexican cartel.
Mexican
last
cartel,
one, yeah.
Where I'm like, this is racist as
And what side, and sorry to whatever
it's true.
commenter
It is what it
doesn't
is.
like the metal thing and all that, but like knowing what side Stallone's on, and he makes that movie during a time of build the wall and borders and all that.
When
that's wild.
Every villain, all of them are Mexican.
It's
Yeah.
wild.
It is wild.
It's a shame because like that
one before it is great.
Yeah, that fourth one was
he takes
a
that
lot of fun.
50 cal gun and liquefies that guy,
Yeah.
and I was like, and he rips that guy's throat out with it. Oh man!
So
That's
the
a fun
whole
movie.
Can
we
movie
talk about Rambo?
No.
Oh.
So the whole movie is about Kenneth and Ledger getting to know one another, and Ledger
They
realizes
get to know one another.
eventually, but he realizes like she's a good person, and he realizes that more and more, and they do eventually start a relationship, but it goes on and on and on. And meanwhile, Ledger is not telling the parents that he is dating this girl until the dad walks in on because he's doing like a wellness check because he's building a house kind of in the mountains. No one's heard from him for a day, which is very unusual.
Yeah.
He always goes and sees the little girl and takes her out and all this stuff. So he shows up. He's like,
his fatherly instincts kind of suck because as soon as he's getting laid, he's like, that kid, and disappears. Like if he sees her every day, right?
I think he just missed one day, and you get wrapped up in a new relationship. If he left for a week, but I just
no, it's 2 days because remember he
thought
comes
it was a day.
No, he comes home that one and oh dang it, what is that actress's name? The Grace, the mom.
Oh, it's like Lorelai from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, it's
Lauren Graham.
Yes,
oh yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Bradley Whitford, who
The
played
grandma.
parents.
The
grandma. Yeah,
the man who would be Chandler.
Oh, how close was he?
Real close.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know that would have worked.
Oh, I think
Billy
it would,
Madison though, right?
I think it would have
Yes.
totally
He's the bad
worked.
guy in Billy
Yeah,
Madison.
you think so?
Oh yeah, he's great. He's so funny.
I think he's very funny.
He
but I
is.
think
Billy Madison.
He's got that same kind of sarcastic tone.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a great Chandler Bing.
I love seeing those office auditions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like Seth Rogen as
It's
Dwight
so funny.
and Adam
It's-
Scott as Jim.
It's weird, man.
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah.
But anyway, that the first time I ever saw him was Billy Madison. So of course I go to that. He's been in a ton of great stuff.
He had a long run on what was the Martin
it The
Sheen
West
president?
Wing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the- West Wing.
But I go back, it's like your first Bond. You just
Sure,
think
sure,
of the
sure.
yeah. So it's funny. I always see him as that. But he's been in great stuff.
Oh, he's Get Out.
Yep.
He's the dad in Get Out.
Right.
God,
This is a
I
little
would've
less
vo-
creepy of a
would've
role.
voted- I would have voted for Obama for a third term if I could have. It's still one of my favorite lines of that movie because the other guy's like, "Cool." I guess. So yeah, but they're hooking up, and this entire premise, like she's got these three or four like composition notebooks that she's just constantly writing letters to Scotty. And finally she does tell him what happened that night, and he was like, yeah, let's do that again. And so everything blows up, right?
I thought that was a funny little moment where it's like Scotty's not gonna like that or whatever, and she's like, I'll read this to you, and
she's like, I don't think you're gonna like what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
yeah.
And I do like I think this guy,
That chemistry to me, I really liked that banter. I liked that kind of playfulness between them.
It's so interesting because I think we've seen him a couple times, and like I feel like I Know What You Did Last Summer is kind of like, okay.
Was he in that too? The new one?
Yeah. He's
I didn't see that
He's
one.
the big guy. He's basically like the Ryan Phillippe character.
Okay. I was not. I think Matt filled in for me on that
Oh, okay.
episode. I promise I wasn't on it.
I'm
I saw the
I'm gonna
final-
play it back.
I saw the Final Destination new one. I did not
great.
see that I Know
That
What You Did
was
Last
great.
Summer. I've never really. I saw the first I Know What You Did Last Summer. Aren't there
That's all you need.
sequels? I haven't seen the sequels.
The second one's so bad.
Okay.
The second one is literally just a vehicle to get Jennifer Love Hewitt running around in the rain.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you should see it,
No.
Or at least that part.
or at least that part. Yeah.
Is there
Jack
an
Black's
upside down Spider-Man kissing it?
No.
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 That would have made it better.
Would have been a very different movie. But I think he was really good in this. I think he was very believable. His character is kind of dumb, but in a good way. But like, I did not get any vibes from them at all.
It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought she did not. I felt like she didn't want to be there.
I think it's the portrayal of the character because again, she has been through so much. She just got out of jail. Her daughter was torn from her in the hospital, and she is back home now. Reminders of him everywhere, and people are like, "You can't get a job. You can't see your daughter. You can't." It's just like she's in a horrible place in an apartment with no furniture.
Right.
Like it. I mean, it's just she is depressed. She is
I agree.
zoned out, and so I think that's her portraying a character who's very hurt and just wandering.
Yeah.
And that's how I read it, not as a person that didn't want to be there. Her character is in a terrible place. He says, I think you're the saddest girl I've ever met. And I kind of laugh about it, but she's so sad, and she has the right to be.
I don't disagree about any of that.
But I mean, that's just my take.
Yeah.
on it.
I think all of what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
Because
we know she's a good actor. We've seen her in those, especially two horror movies.
I gotta tell you,
I did not care for her in this, but I do think a lot of it is there's no character to this character.
I think if she had more to
There's
work
no
with.
backstory. There's no personality traits.
There is nothing. We know nothing about her
other
other
than just meh.
Right.
Which is the point of the plot is just you killed your boyfriend, you're back looking for a second chance, and now you're facing adversity at every angle. If they went into like, I used to be on the volleyball team, whatever. I mean,
boning your dead boyfriend's best friend.
Yeah.
It's a bold choice.
Well,
any port in a storm.
That's true. Yeah. So then Bradley Whitford kind of turns on
sure.
him, punches him in the
Understand, and again, understandable. Not saying
I like that there was no like evil villain in this
Yes.
movie. Like
No, it was all
like,
based on emotion.
I will like everybody who made a choice, even if I didn't agree with it, I understood it.
Yeah.
and that felt authentic.
I would agree with
right?
that.
Like,
everyone had motivations,
Yeah.
and like the parents have the right to be mad. They believe she left their son for dead and could have saved him.
Not only left him for dead, but killed him.
Well, sure,
You
but
know,
like,
yeah,
it got
like,
him in the accident,
caused the
but
accident.
to leave
then
him for
left
dead,
him.
that is the
Yeah.
part. I mean, so they believe she murdered him.
There's
you know,
also
it's,
there's also a moment where I got the vibe that maybe the parents didn't approve of her, because when they're at that birthday party, she kind of says, hey, let's go do something. And Lauren Graham starts to say something, like starts to stop them. And Bradley Whitford stops her. And like, so I kind of got the vibe that maybe she is from the other side of the tracks.
That could be true.
And they didn't approve of her. So when you couple that with the fact that she killed their son and then allegedly left
That's
him
an
for
interesting
dead.
read. I could see that. I didn't take that at the time. I think that you're onto something. I kind of read it as the mother being like, oh, you want to go out and party? She's like, let's go have some fun. It's like, I know what that means, like go out drinking or whatever, and like just
It does
be safe.
I
But,
also feel like that kid looks like he's about 21. So
yeah.
suck it up, Buttercup. You know?
But yeah, so anyway, they're all going through a lot of stuff, and so I like that they all had reasons to feel guilty, to feel anger, etc., and it all played out in a very organic way. But yeah, Bradley Whitford punches him twice.
Yep.
It's like,
And too, this guy's crazy. He takes it because he knows he messed up.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, what are you gonna do? Beat up your dead friend's
Right.
dad?
Yeah, right,
Because you've been
right.
banging the woman who's responsible for his death. Like, you can take a couple punches,
Right.
You know.
We should say that at one point, Kenna does get served with a restraining order,
Yeah.
which doesn't make sense. Like if her rights have been
Well, yeah.
I guess
Well,
it's just to keep her away.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like they're afraid she's gonna grab that kid.
Right,
She's
right.
gonna
That's
carpe
fair.
diem.
I mean,
Carpe diem.
I
Seize
mean,
the diem.
Yes.
a lot of people don't have rights to be with anyone, but they do creepy, stalky
That's true.
stuff,
That's
and you
true.
get
So the
restrained.
restraining order makes sense.
It makes sense. It's terrible because what a blow to her. Not only she hasn't been able to meet the daughter, and she's trying everything to get a job and be a good person and gain their trust, like slowly back. And they see her show up that one time, which was not a good play.
Just showing up on the doorstep
Yeah, it was
Bad-
not a
bad
good
move.
play.
unannounced is
Right.
remarkably stupid.
Yeah, it
Very
is,
stupid.
but again,
Yeah.
emotional. I mean, she is so hurt by everything. Like, it was dumb, but then they give her a restraining order, and it's like, well, I'll never see her. She says it. She's like, I'm never going to see her now.
It's funny. She gets the restraining order, but then she's constant. Like, I think she got served, and then Lauren Graham and the little girl are coming to the grocery store she works at,
Yeah.
and she like, so that's not her fault. Like, you can't gig her for that. Like,
Well, it seems like there's only one grocery store in
that's
town.
also true.
Small town for sure.
And
Yeah.
then when Lauren Graham, so basically, not Scotty, Ledger said they go back. They're back at Kenna's apartment, and they say, "Look, I gotta go. Like you were taking care of that girl. You love that girl. I've never met her. Like, it's better if you just and I'll go." So they agree. And as Ledger's leaving, he takes a ledger, and gives it to Lauren Graham. He's like, "Look, there are certain beats where I was like, that's an interesting line to throw in there, where he says, I've earmarked the page that is her that's telling what happens. Do not read anything else."
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
That was nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like I
Do
doubling
you think
down
for
on
a
the
second
absolutely
they would not read the rest of the thing?
Yeah, they read that thing
Come
Now,
cover to cover.
it is a hard contrivance to. First of all, you stole her book, which is a betrayal of trust.
Yeah.
Right. Like for him, but he did it with good intentions. But it's still kind of like ugh. And then to give it to these people who hate her.
Right.
That whatever.
Like, you can only read this one page.
Yeah, I get
of
it.
her
That, again,
deepest
it's
thoughts.
It's just, but what I do like about this movie is that did not turn into a third act breakup, because
Correct.
that is one of my pet peeves in romance movies,
Yeah.
rom-coms, whatever, is the breakup and the miscommunication. Now
Yeah.
I'm leaving town, whatever. I saw something, I heard something that I misunderstood. Now I'm out of here. They never do that. She's basically like, oh my God, now the parents don't want you to be around D. Like, I've got to leave. You have to be in her life. And she's like, I'm going to choose to leave, not I hate you and we're breaking up.
You know what deals with that contrivance perfectly?
What's that?
Is Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh God, that's such a good movie.
That end scene when it's
I think that's still one of the best
It is
modern rom-coms.
absolutely one of
I
the
don't
best
know
when-
what's come out since that's been better. Not that there's not been good ones,
Yeah.
but like Crazy Stupid Love.
This Is Where I Leave You, I think, is also one of my favorites. I thought that was incredible.
Remind me what that is.
That's the one with
The
Jason
Tina Fey and
Tina
Jason
Fey,
Bateman.
Jason Bateman.
I haven't seen it.
and
Okay,
Adam,
okay,
Adam
yeah.
Driver. It's
That was good.
So
Yeah,
good.
That was good.
It predates Crazy Stupid Love, but 500 Days of Summer.
Also great.
Sure, that was great
That was
too.
great as
But like
well.
I think Crazy
from
Stupid
the same guy that did Spectacular
Yeah.
Now.
And Spider-Man?
The
The
Andrew Garfield
Spider-Man.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
The first
Oh,
one.
Mark Webb.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he did Spectacular
He did,
Now
yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's right. But like when they get to that scene when it's like everybody's converging on each other, like it instead of it like everybody makes sense. Steve Carell knows the kind of man Ryan Gosling is, and so you've got like all of these
Yeah.
different. It's not like it's
But that misunderstanding is what really makes the movie. It's a great movie, and then when they do that reveal that you never see coming, it really makes it.
It's
and
perfect.
there is a misunderstanding, but also because of course, like that situation's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And also you're
You didn't
never
tell me you had a daughter that old.
Yeah, and in real life, you're never gonna believe in like a coincidence that big. You're gonna
No.
think like, what is going on here? You know? And
Right.
Anyway, it's so good.
So they, Ledger takes it to Lauren, takes the ledger, gives it to Lauren Graham.
Read this
page.
But it's
Get
the
this one
page explaining the letter she writes to Scotty as she does, but it's about that night.
Yes.
Like, find out the truth of what really happened this night.
Right.
She's not doing
and how
this.
she feels about it.
Yeah, she's not lying. This is her journal.
Right.
This is how her her view of the events.
Give me a movie where, I guess like single white female, where the ledger is nothing but lies. I guess Gone Girl's like that.
That is
Gone Girl is
literally
very much
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
Did we do an
reveal.
episode on that? Have we been
Yeah,
podcasting?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
That was early
And then we
on.
ruined it for somebody else like a year later.
Oh, really?
I forget who it was. It was one of the show share people, but it was like
Former show share people.
yeah. And he was like,
That's what
I
this
hadn't
land
seen
meant.
it yet. And we're like, whoops.
Sorry.
Thought it was kind of a famous one at this point. Yeah.
So she reads it, and then as Maika Monroe is packing up, and Kenna is packing up and leaving, Lauren Grant comes to the door and says, you can meet. The line that I think was cold as is when she goes, you can meet
his daughter. That
and I was like,
did,
dang.
because she's like, I'm gonna kind of try to help you, but I'm still mad at you.
Yeah,
kind of.
I thought that was like
I did too. I caught that. I'm like, ooh.
So she goes.
Scotty would want you to meet his
daughter.
Ooh,
And I was like, ooh boy.
yikes. But anyway, all is well. It's a really
And
cute
she says,
moment.
do you understand this baby was ripped from my womb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
Torn from
like,
it.
sorry.
I'm going to need something in writing saying
Yeah,
it's okay for me to
that's-
come to your
no
house.
kidding.
Same.
Yeah.
It's a sting operation.
Yeah, right.
But it's a cute moment, and she goes back there and she's like, I want Ledger to be with me, and they go introduce them, and then he leaves and they have a nice moment. It's really sweet, really cute. And she says, I'm your mama, and she's like, oh really? And then they have dinner.
I felt like
and
that was too fast.
Too fast.
I do too, but I think in the movie world of like wrapping up this movie, but in real life I think you'd be like, this is her friend or something,
Yeah.
like introduce
Yeah.
her slowly. But it was sweet, it was a sweet.
By the way, I'm your mom.
Yeah.
And I do like she's like, did you get a bigger car?
Yeah,
Which has been this
I
running
like
gag.
that the whole thing that like it's good timing of her to show up, because she started to ask questions. She sees
Mm-hmm.
moms. She's asking, "Where's my mom?" And the grandma is like, "Oh, her car's not big enough." Just trying to make up something on the spot to like get her to stop asking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny because they're like, "What? That's so okay, whatever." Like
Right,
I don't know what that
right,
means,
right.
but anyway, but and then it ends happily ever after. And like the whole point of this romance story is so that it's so fitting that like the best friend is raising the daughter, and now she's back together and can be with the best friend and raise them as a family. Like, what better fit if Scotty can't be there than this dynamic? Like, it's
I don't know. I mean,
the people.
I'm thinking of the future. I was like, this ain't gonna work.
When now, if it doesn't, that's going to be a bummer.
I think.
But you don't write romance novels for like real life. For
No,
like,
I know,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I hope this might only last a year. Like, it's like, no, this is a fairy tale, right? It's the equivalent of like a modern day fairy tale, a romance novel, wish fulfillment of like, oh, I want someone to come save me, or
It is just
a second
I was
chance.
thinking like
or-
of other like romance movies that aren't romantic comedies or things like that.
like pure romance movies,
Like The Notebook.
Yeah,
Right?
like,
That's the one that comes to mind. I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of the most. I mean, obviously, Wuthering Heights is a romance They're
Of a
all-
sort.
Of a kind of.
Yeah.
But like where you're Ross and Racheling it, where you're rooting for this couple and it's not working and blah blah. And I just wonder why that one gets regarded, maybe because it's so well done. I've never seen
The
it.
Notebook?
The Notebook.
I think it just works. You know
and
what I
did
mean?
it just like maybe hits at the right time.
yeah.
yeah, 2 stars.
that are about to be stars. I don't know that they're stars yet. They're
You think
like
that was
on-
star making?
I think that's star making.
Obviously, they've been
1,000,000%.
around.
I think
Ryan
that
Gosling
is,
was in the Mickey Mouse Club. Like he had been around.
Yeah,
But he wasn't a star.
But that was probably his star making.
Yeah.
role.
I think that, I mean
that sounds
Rachel
right.
McAdams was on a roll at the right. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what was that? Mean Girls.
it made James Garner a star.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
It took him
Yeah.
so long.
After 60 years in the industry.
Yeah, right.
I think I just love that Ryan Gosling is still such a like popular actor, because he's been since then, but he's done so many roles. Drive.
Drive
right?
is great.
The Place Beyond the Pines. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's taken on so many roles, and I just love that he's still out there doing it because I've always thought he's really talented, really charismatic guy. And sometimes that comes and goes, but like he's consistently just been good.
What's the Shane Black one with Russell Crowe?
The
The
nice
Nice Guys.
The Nice
Oh,
Guys,
my
which should
God.
have 5 sequels by now.
Oh, it's
That's
so good.
ridiculous
It's
that they
that
haven't made
movie.
a sequel. Yeah.
Somebody pointed out something that I never noticed in that before.
What's that?
Is there's this scene when they're on the elevator and they see the guy like get tossed out the window. Like Gosling does this twitch with his eyeball that I never noticed, but it's him being like, "What's happening? Like, what is going?"
He's a great comedic actor.
His SNL episode.
He is one of the best SNL hosts there is, and I know that he broke every skit this last time, which can be funny, but like sometimes when you always do it, like Jimmy Fallon, it gets to be a little bit like, okay, this is too much.
Yeah.
But he's so likable. I don't know. I don't think he could.
Hey, we got him coming up next week.
I know.
Hey, we got him twice this year because we're gonna get him again in Star Wars.
I know. I'm excited to see what that's like.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna be a Skywalker?
I think he's
though?
gonna be a Skywalker, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
But
see.
One last complaint about this movie.
Do we have 2 Star Wars movies this year?
Because you get
Mando.
Mandalorian.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Okay,
Grogu,
cool.
yeah. So one last complaint about this movie. She doesn't like music,
Yeah.
which is like she's a sociopath. You don't like music?
Maybe she did kill Scotty.
Not like I don't like this genre of music, just music itself.
Yeah,
Notes and harmony
correct.
upset me
don't like
but
because a song was playing when they crashed the car.
But explaining it,
it was a Coldplay song,
Which would
so
make me
that-
crash a car.
Yeah, that
a million
might
percent.
be okay.
you know what happens when Coldplay songs are playing.
No. Oh.
It's not good. It's usually not good.
I'm like, now that's a conscious uncoupling.
they
Flip the car and
they
kill the
caused
dude.
that accident. They caused that.
So he makes a happy place. She's like, music is sad. Like she's only ever heard one song or
Yeah, I know.
something. I'm just
Boy,
like,
do I feel old when I realize that's the new Burn CD.
yeah.
Is to
Make a
share a
playlist?
Spotify
Yeah,
playlist.
share a
But I had
playlist.
never realized that's what kids do now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh wow.
So he makes a happy playlist,
Yeah.
and then as they drive off, literally into the sunset,
They
at
play
the
the
end
song
of the
that
movie,
she killed
she
Scotty
plays
to.
like she goes to the happy playlist and then plays a song that is not a happy song.
No.
Which song was it?
I don't even remember. I think
You know
it was,
what you close on? Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys.
yeah, or,
That's what you close on.
yeah.
You know.
It's but
The covers were really good in this.
I hate.
Throughout the movie, it
It's
was all covers of
okay.
songs, like even country music. I'm
But
like, these are-
you hate like the.
I know I
sleepy-
hate sleepy covers.
That's what that cover for Yellow was absolutely in the same vein.
Okay,
as all that other stuff.
I hate sleepy covers in trailers. There's a difference.
Okay.
I don't
like
mind
when they're
sleepy
using
covers.
it to invoke
It's-
creepiness.
I'm with you.
Yes,
I'm with you.
every horror trailer had to have a slowed down, creepy, slow cover of a song.
Like, all of a sudden,
Every
it's,
trailer
it's
was
like a creepy cover of "Happy" by Pharrell
right,
Williams.
and that got on my
Like,
nerves because it was a trope, right?
Yeah.
It became
Okay.
a trope.
It was
I don't
cool
mind.
at first, but they overdid it.
I like
yeah.
even like Garden State. What do they do? There's a great
That's a
sleepy
good
cover.
romantic movie.
I love Garden
Yeah.
State. But there's a great cover in that, and I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've seen it, but sleepy covers are not the problem. And I liked all the covers they did in this.
This
I
song
thought they
wasn't.
fit the.
This song at the end wasn't sad. It was hopeful,
Yeah.
but that's not happy.
No.
right? And I was just like, this is a bad song choice for the end credits. It's the worst song choice for the end credits I've seen in 7 days.
That's funny. But I did notice. So the song is Yellow during
Yeah.
the car accident, and then they play a sleepy cover or a cover song
Yeah.
of Yellow, which was fine. But then it's like after she meets the daughter and good things happen, they do finish the Yellow, and I thought that's what they played out on. I guess not, but they do play it again,
They
and I'm
go
like,
out on Black
I think it was a-
from Pearl Jam.
I think it was a Miley Cyrus song.
it was a
maybe?
Miley Cyrus
Oh,
song. It was.
maybe it
It was.
was.
It absolutely was. That's
Yeah.
right.
But I didn't
bef-
recognize it.
But before that, they finished
Party in the
Yellow.
USA.
And so at first I was like, but that's the song with the car accident, blah, blah. But then I guess also if it's like closure, or now you're able to get past that to then finish the Yellow cover on either end of the accident.
I mean, I hear you.
But I that's my justification for like, why would they play that? It's like, oh, but she's now moved on past that,
Right.
and she can hear it and not go into like spiral.
Also,
or-
dick move if you put that on that playlist.
no, that was not a playlist. That was one in the movie score.
Just
you know,
nothing
soundtrack.
but versions
Yeah,
of Yellow.
it's all Yellow. But anyway,
It was all yellow.
It was
Yeah,
all
it was
yellow.
all yellow.
Two.
So anyway, I guess that brings us.
I just want to
close.
say I thought the friend with Down syndrome
She
was really good.
The highlight
she was,
of the movie.
She was
was.
delightful.
I
Her,
agree.
is that the jerk or whatever?
Yeah, jerk, yeah.
You're hanging out with the jerk.
And then she starts calling him Le
Le
Jerk.
jerk.
Le jerk.
Yeah.
I just thought that she was great from the moment. I mean, she was fine when they met her, but then when she just walks into her apartment and she's like, "You don't have any furniture," and then she goes, "Can I have this?" Gets a piece of cheese, puts it down, talks to her, leaves, and picks up the cheese. Like
All right, bye.
everything she did was great. And I looked it up. She's a Canadian model, actress, and disability advocate. She's recognized as Canada's first runway model with Down syndrome.
Okay.
Her name's Monica Myers, and I just thought she was great in this movie.
She was.
It was.
Yeah, she was
good
the
one.
highlight. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
This sucked.
It was. If you like this sort of thing, then I think you will like
That's
this.
what I think.
And-
I think.
but it is certainly not good enough to get people who don't like this sort of thing
That's-
to like it.
That is fair, and that's what I'm judging it on.
Yeah.
Is I'm judging on going out date night
like
romance
you could hate
movie.
this sort of thing, but if you see,
But if it works-
but like Spectacular Now,
Agreed.
That
works,
could change your mind. Exactly.
You'd be like, I don't like. It's like if someone's like, I don't like westerns, and I was like, okay, but The Searchers though.
Check this out.
You gotta
Exactly.
watch that.
I
right?
totally-
like.
I totally agree.
It does
with
not
you.
do anything to bring in.
It does not rise
new-
above the genre.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
and I love a genre movie that exceeds the genre.
I do too.
Those are
And
my-
this
those are my
isn't it,
favorite.
but 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Just saying for verified audience,
From
like
who?
Audience.
this is not a Snyder movie. If you're a verified audience for this and you rate it, I think you're pretty believable. Like people that are fans of the book,
Yeah.
the Colleen
Yeah.
Hoover romance people saw it and liked it. And I think you're going to if you're expecting.
I think you're probably right.
So I guess that brings this one to a close, and let's go around the table, and everyone can say where to find them.
This is Joe. You can follow me on the Twitter at JoeyButts, BUTTS21, and on all the other social medias at the same.
This is Kevin. Follow me on Twitter at Kevin R. Brackett.
And this is Tom. You can find me on Blue Sky and Threads at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or on Facebook at facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. You can find the show online, facebook.com/Real Spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group, and of course, don't forget our Patreon. $5 a month, all sorts of bonus content, ad-free episodes, and we like you better.
We do.
So, anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, Beth goes back to Houston.
Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you.